So here we are in Canva. Again, this is Canva for Education. And we want to make sure that we're in Canva for Education and that you're in Mrs. Strode's class, simply because then you have accessibility to all the templates, all the fonts, all the images, etc. So we've said that a few times. So when you get here, you can go up to templates, or it might just be on your home page. So I'm going to click on that. And you'll see that it comes up to this platform, and you'll see that right in the center there are some examples of the different projects that you can select from, and we are going to select brochures. And when you click on brochures, you'll see that there's a variety of templates. Now, you can create your own, that's fine, but I don't think that there's any need to. I think that if you were to scroll down, you can see that there are a lot of templates available to you for a variety that would suit a variety of career options. I mean, you can see right here, there's a great one if you're going into nursing or health at all. This one is great if you're going into writing or journalism. I mean, here's one for maybe construction, or here's one for architecture potentially. So it's really, you kind of, I would highly encourage you just to scroll through and look at the different templates. These are available to you. And don't forget that you can adapt any one of them. You can change the fonts, you can change the colors, you can change the imagery, whatever it is that you want. I think that I would highly encourage you to do that, to check these out. So here's an example of a template that I have selected. What I want you to notice about the brochure is that it is 6 panels. You'll see that there are 3 panels here, and then there are 3 panels on the second page. So you want to kind of think about this as if you were to print it out and fold it up. So things might be a little bit backward when you design it, but if you were to print it and then fold it, it makes sense. So we have the outside of the brochure here. So you'll see that this bright pink panel, this is actually the cover of your brochure. Where it says contact us, this is actually the back panel, and this one with the flower, that is the inside flap. So this would be the outside of your brochure. So you think about a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and if you were to fold it into thirds, this is the one side of it. This is the outside. But notice that the title is on the far right, the back is in the middle, and then the inside flap is to the left. You'll notice that the second page, this is the inside of the brochure. So this is really where the majority of your information will go. So you want to make sure that that's, that you utilize the second page for that information. This is where a lot of the important key research will go here. But don't forget, you want to have a nice balance between images and text. No one just wants to read, an essay on paper, okay? No one wants to do that, regardless if you use fun colors in the background. Notice here in this example that they have headings and then some text, but it's not overwhelming with text. But you could use images, you can use flowcharts, you can use anything you want. I really do encourage you to be creative with this. The cover obviously should attract an audience. It should not be text heavy. It should be not a lot of words. You could use images, but it should absolutely represent the career cluster, or the career pathway that you are researching. So it should definitely, your brochure should resemble the career that you are doing your project on. So you really don't want to have a disconnect. Even though I like this template a lot, it's pretty, it's eye-catching, it doesn't connect necessarily with architecture, or it doesn't connect necessarily with business. So you want to make sure that the template that you select connects with the project that you are researching. Just as a reminder, when you use a template, you are able to edit any piece of it that you want. So if you don't like that this piece is blue and you want to change it, you just click on it and you click up to the little colored box up in the left-hand corner, and you can change the color. Maybe you'd prefer it in a turquoise. Maybe you'd prefer it in a green. Maybe you'd prefer it in a yellow. So you are able to edit and adjust anything on here. The only thing that I would want to also add, and you guys have some experience with Canva at this point, is when you click on, if you're using a template and you click on an image that looks like this, and you'll see that there's a small box inside a larger box, that means that those elements are grouped together. So if you want them working separately, then you go up to the upper right hand corner and click ungroup, and then you click outside of it, and now when you click on it, you can move an individual piece. Likewise, if you wanted to have something grouped together, you just, oops, excuse me. Oh, that's another thing. Actually, I'll show you. So you noticed how that moved when I touched it? If you want to keep that in place, you go over to, there is a lock in the upper right hand corner, and if you click on that, you now cannot move that, so it stays in place, which is going to be really helpful for backgrounds. But if you wanted to group these two images, you just scroll over them, it captures both, and then you click group, and now they will function as one piece. So those are just a couple of tips as you move forward to creating your brochure. Don't forget, the brochure has 6 panels. You need to utilize all 6 panels. There should not be an empty panel for your project. And this is really the back side of the paper, and this is the inside portion of the paper where the majority of your research will go. If you have questions as you're working on it, stop by AOT or send me an email and I'll get right back to you. All right, thanks so much.